Everyone loves the sweet things in life. But what most people don't know is that beyond the usual cakes and desserts, pastry chefs also build sophisticated artistic sculptures out of sugar and chocolate to display their creativity. It's more than just food. Pastry is an art form, and one that requires a highly developed set of technical skills. And just like athletes, pastry chefs from all over the world compete to showcase their skills and to achieve excellence. The most prestigious of all pastry competitions is the Coupe du Monde de la Patisserie, often referred to as the Pastry Olympics. Every 2 years, the best pastry chefs from around the world compete in Lyon, France, for the coveted title of World Champion.
Competing is a whole different level. I mean, you have to just push yourself to the limits. It's a test of your emotions, your nerves, your physical capability to put in the hours and be creative at the same time. The idea is, just stay focused and calm as much as you can and try not to lose it, treat it like it's just another day at work.
Although Australia has regularly participated at the Coupe du Monde, it's never really reached the top tier of competition. Most commonly, these leaders are European, usually the French. But a group of extraordinary young pastry chefs from down under are determined to change all that and to prove that Australia has what it takes to succeed at the highest level.
We always be seen as one of the weak countries in the world, and even internationally, lots of chefs still look down as Australia as one of the weak countries.
It's a mission unaccomplished. I still really want to experience a win, an international win. So it's something that I haven't achieved yet, and I would really like to experience.
France, it's a nation famous for love, for beauty, renowned for its gastronomy. And then, of course, there's the patisserie.
The French are basically the best, I believe, because they bring the new trends in. It's like when we were in Lyon, went to all the pastry shops. There was grandmothers with their kids in there spending $60 on cakes. Well, it doesn't happen in this country. People don't get the education, and that's the difference. And that's why France are the best. Unfortunately, I have to say they are.
I have to say, not just pastry, food, the culture of food in France was so impressive. France is, I like to say, the food capital of the world.
Unlike France, historically Australia was not known for pastry work.
Simpler people like their cream buns. I hate them. Yeah. Lamingtons, When it comes to this, I don't call it pastry, but
The gap between Australia and France is a very big bridge. You look at the culture of being a French person, the baguette, the bread and the chocolates, it's very much part of being French. We don't have that here in Australia. I can nearly say going surfing or playing cricket, is part of our culture. So there is a very big gap.
However, Australia's culinary scene has changed dramatically over the course of the past decade.
Really, in the last 10 years, I see Australia go the long way, and we are in many ways provide a very decent level food now, better than a lot of the other countries. I think Australia has a talent pastry chef. It's just a matter to get them together, get them a good training.
The process of finding Australia's best young pastry chefs starts here, in team manager Jian Yao's test kitchen in Sydney.
I think my role is crucial, but it's a big, big job. It takes a lot of my time. What is the majority? If you want to do well, basically, the commitment is huge.
Do you want to check your cake now?
Together with pastry teacher and team coach Dean Gibson, they have a dream. It's to form a team that will represent Australia at the World Pastry Cup.
I want to be on the podium, and I guess I'm experiencing it through others now. In my own professional competing career, I haven't had a win. Come close a few times, but yeah.
Positions everyone, stay there. Beautiful.
Today, they invited 6 young, up-and-coming chefs to compete for one of the 4 spots available on the Australian pastry team.
The World Cup is the pinnacle, it's the dream. Yeah, it's just, I think, going to be a great experience.
What we're looking at here with these 6 people that we're looking at today is that we're offering all the training and we're looking at instilling all the chocolate skills and sugar skills and all that. So we're really looking for people who are really organised, who look hungry.
As a French person, it's like everything, like the top leader in France competing, and I thought I will never have opportunity as a French in France to compete, but being in Australia, I got more chance to participate because there is never any girl in the pastry team in France.
We are looking at skills, but for me as a team captain, I'm looking at dedication. I'm looking how they work, how they move around, if they're a person that can be trained.
It's where I need to go. My career to keep going, so I really want this bad. So.
We're really looking at having a group of 4 people out of the 6 that can be formed into a machine.
I want to pour up. Be better.
I'm not nervous, so I'm fully confident in what I'm doing.
25 minutes to go, guys. 25 minutes.
This year, the judges don't want to take any chances with team selection, and with good reason. In 2010, Dean Gibson, Adriano Zumbo and Jian Yao formed a team to go to the Asian Pastry Cup. But unfortunately, they failed to qualify for the world competition.
Lucky on the day, Dean put up a great piece, and we're only 50 points out of going to the World Cup, and I didn't get my piece quite finished on the day, so if I think if I had another half an hour or 40 minutes, I think I might have just got there. But you never know. You never know.
We missed out by a small margin, or what Maxwell Smart said, missed by that much, which was, in a way, it was very disappointing. But we gave it our best shot. Yeah.
At that time, we only had 3 months. The time is too short for us to do any pre-selection, and also not enough time for training.
This time, Dean and Jian are determined to send an extremely well-prepared team to Singapore. It's now time for the judges to taste the candidates' cakes.
Go, big boy. Thanks, buddy. Force be with you. The mousse is nice and plain. Good chocolate flavour, but the insert I'm not sure on. The glaze is schmick. Look at that.
The judges now have to mark each cake to select the 4 best candidates.
I think Justin's got to be in there. I think Andrea's got to be in there. It's this person, and I think it's, if you count out of Letitia and Boudica.
Don't make a decision, maybe give her interview.
I'll give her a call.
Yeah.
Okay, Narrated.
Okay. Au revoir.
Au revoir, bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Okay. I think Dean. 2 things.
She's too strong.
No good. 2 things you need to
She's too strong. I think, you know what I'm thinking now? I think Boudica is the backup guy.
The one mistake we should never have is there's a team member
that we're relying on.
Who wouldn't listen to anybody. Doesn't matter how good that person is in a skill. If that happens, then you destroy the team.
So welcome to our first Team Pastry Australia meeting.
A few weeks later, after selecting the 4 candidates, the team organises their first meeting and training sessions.
We want to start with the chocolate.
The members composing the team are Justin Yu.
My family, we originally from Taiwan, and we immigrated to Australia about 10 years ago. 5 years ago, when I was studying uni, and I was working part-time job in a cake factory. I just feel like I like doing this, so I quit uni.
John Rowley.
I was a roof tiler and a plumber. My brother was doing a pastry at the time. He was finishing early mornings, so I thought, no, going to the beach for a surf and I should get into that, profession. So I did. That was it. Like the artistic side of things, I was always into art and all that sort of stuff. Pastry, I think, is an art for sure.
Andrea Reese.
I was extremely happy. It was a bit of a relief actually to know that, like, okay, well, this is the level that they expect, and so I must be on the right direction.
Besides competing for a place in the final team, Andrea also just opened her own bakery.
I think they're going to work really in parallel with each other, that I'll be able to run the shop and obviously take the time to train.
And Budika Gunawardena.
Actually, Jian called me at night, and I thought I wouldn't get any chance because I use a little bit different flavors, like unusual flavors. Especially, I choose some spices, with hot spices. But at night, Jian called me, you got selected. I said, okay, then cool. I was a bit happy.
It's a big task, really, for what we're going to do. And like Dean said, the journey, it's a long journey from here. And in fact, we started a couple of months ago, prepare the whole things. I really think all of us here and everybody had passion. That's why we are here. And everybody really put a lot of contribution. None of us gets paid, but we all try to do something for Australia pastry industry.
And it's in that spirit that Chef Danica Hathrasinger, a pastry teacher specialising in sugar, has come all the way from Canberra to train the team members and share his knowledge.
The skill level is not what I'm mostly interested in. It's just that you've got to have the enthusiasm and the passion. Skill level you can always build up and there's no limit to it, but the passion. If people don't have the passion and the love and the time to do it, it's no use, you can show them all the things under the sun, but you never get anywhere.
But a few weeks later, Andrea announces that she needs to quit the team. Training while running a new business has simply proved too challenging. To replace her, the managers invite Adrian Pagano to join them.
Did my apprenticeship with John. He said he was going up to Newcastle to work with Dean on Tuesdays, and I just said, see if I can jump in and have a watch, and he got me into that. Just want to be the best I possibly can and then go to the Asian qualifiers and see how I go there as well.
I think it has to be some typically Australians. So everybody thinks, well, that's Australian. Did he use a mold?
Now that the team's complete, they can start thinking seriously about a theme for the Asian Pastry Cup. They invited competition veteran Jeroen Goossens, pastry chef of the Dutch royal family, for a week of training. For the competition in Singapore, the team will be required to prepare for the jury 16 plated desserts and 2 chocolate cakes. But the reason for Jeroen's presence is to help them with the 2 showpieces they will also have to build, one in sugar and one in chocolate. These sculptures, which are used to display the cake and plated dessert, help to showcase the chef's technical and artistic skills. But even though the showpieces take the most time, it's the flavour that gets the most points.
A boxing kangaroo.
So the boys are asked to start thinking about some ideas for a showpiece design centred around Australian culture.
What do you think about he drawing a lot of things about Olympic Games, Olympics?
I'm happy with that too.
I don't think it needs to be, the Olympics needs to be in it, because everyone knows Australian swimming.
But shark and surf go together.
After drawing several designs with Jeroen, they get to work. Jeroen shows them how to make silicon moulds in which they'll be able to pour chocolate or sugar to make their showpieces.
Out, yeah? Slowly get your hand off. But not out, just out. I don't think I can get out. Okay, wait.
Yep, pastry involves a whole lot more than people might imagine. Sometimes, even DIY skills.
Get it hard, cutting out little pieces.
Nothing's come out.
But that's it. No, you.
I don't know, mate.
Take it hard.
Tape it! Tape it!
You're ruining it.
Oh! No, it's not over yet. Let's go again.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hunter Valley Gardens Chocolate Festival. We will be commencing again shortly.
After learning a lot from Jeroen, the team has to prepare for a couple of events, at which they will create showpieces in front of an audience.
We know that for us to be competitive, we have to work very hard. Our goal for the team is to win in Singapore. We want to come back to Australia next year as champions. Our goal for Coupe de Monde is a realistic one, and we want to make the top 7.
The sugar showpiece coming through the crowd. Could you please make room for them so that it doesn't fall over?
The chocolate show goes to plan, but at a dinner that night with the team's sponsors, John lets off some steam and ruffles a few feathers.
I think it's all passion. What I do is passion and love, so they can't handle it that way. Well, I might take it a different way, you know, may drink a little, but swearing, it's all passion. It means you have passion about something, you know, I might swear about it, get angry. Yeah, I get angry a lot, but it just means, you know, I'm actually serious about it and I'm not gonna fucking just sit by and just let shit happen when I'm not supposed to. And if I'm not happy with it, I'm gonna say something.
It's not about the individual we are talking. You know, it's not the tennis single competition. No. It's a team effort. When I tell them something, these two are the one really go out of their way to doing things. You know, but the others just don't.
It's 3 months since Jeroen's been here. We've done fuck all. Postponing training's not helping as well, and Christmas is coming up. I wouldn't have a fucking clue what I'm doing. Would not have a clue. But underneath the bridge.
Nah, just the weight distribution and can't go here because it will.
No, I meant like.
Nah, because this is the front. Like that's the front view.
After much discussion, the team managers have decided that John and Boudica won't be going to Singapore.
Both Boudica and John will be in some sort of support role. I don't want John to, you know, I don't want to crush that guy's career. You know, like he's got such a big future. He's just got some things that a lot of young men and women deal with, and I'm sure he'll come back firing all pistols blazing.
Adrian won't be part of the team either, as Justin has been chosen as the chocolate competitor.
I think that when they asked me to be in the team, they already had their mind set on Justin being the chocolate person, so which is fine. Like, I mean, wasn't in the team to begin with, but it'd just be good if they could tell me that straight up.
That was a tough decision. They were very dedicated and they'd sacrificed a fair bit. But you know, for us to win in Singapore, we have to do that. If we're just going to go to Singapore and come 5th again, then we could have just stayed with the current system that we had.
First of all, welcome.
Yeah, sorry. We're straight into business. Welcome.
And,
Dean and Jian have decided they need a more mature and experienced chef to lead the team.
Automatically from kick-off, you're the team captain for the Team Pastry Australia. Even though I'm still doing the same job, the focus now is on the 2 guys who compete in Singapore. All of us are the fuzzy ones in the background. No, we're very happy.
Andre Sanderson is currently the head pastry teacher at renowned culinary school Le Cordon Bleu in Sydney.
There was a dynamic there that wasn't working. A change needed to be made. I was given an offer to do that, and I thought about it. I didn't say yes straight away, but at the same time, I knew I could do it. So I just said, well, look, you know, I've been offered it. Why not take it?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm very happy. Because Chef Andre, he was my teacher. And he organized me my first competition. We kept in contact during the 2 years. So we are very close. We know each other very well. And as Chef Andre is a teacher, he knows how to communicate to the people who doesn't speak English very well.
I knew Justin, working with him as a student, and I always said to him from the first time he produced a showpiece in one of our classes that, like, you know, you have an extraordinary talent.
Even though they're now on the same team, some things will never change.
For me, he will always be my teacher.
Andre helped Justin to develop his competitive streak.
I just like the competition because I think if I'm not doing competition, I was always like playing computer games. So I just like want to have a dream or have a goal before I start my own business.
I'm confident that we can get something down today, and then we stick to it. It can't be something, like I said before, it can't be something that's too complex.
Now that the team going to Singapore has been decided, it's becoming urgent to lock in the designs for the showpieces, which have to represent Australia.
Like, we've got steel there, which is still okay, it ties in. But
It's decided that the chocolate piece will show New Year's Eve fireworks over the Harbour Bridge and Opera House, while the sugar piece will celebrate Australia's ocean life.
I want to lock this piece in.
Yeah.
So that then you're not then worried and saying, what do you think of this?
Yeah.
Or should I do that? It's just like, this is just what we're doing.
We got a problem.
And you just got to keep on, and the first piece, it might look like shit.
Yeah.
Then we do it again, and we do it again.
Andre is under a lot of pressure, as the competition is only 4 months away.
Because I've banged my head against the wall for 3 weekends.
Good.
Already.
I like it.
And I know.
But it's a good, but it's just no different to my experience
Yeah.
as well. If we get to Singapore, and hopefully you get to experience, I call it being in the zone, and it's where you've done something over and over and over. Like, you've done it so many times that when you compete, you'll enjoy it. You know, you'll walk out of there going, wow, that's once in a lifetime. I'm glad, you know, I ticked that off my bucket list. I want to go to Coupe du Monde. That's what I would really be aiming for.
Being no stranger to competition himself, Dean knows what it's like to be in the zone.
You're in a space where you can predict what you're going to do next, and it's a very cool feeling. It's like the closest thing to being on drugs. It's hard to explain, but people who compete, they'll know that being in the zone, it's a powerful, pretty powerful thing.
Dean was my boss. To be able to compete with him in a competition was a real honour. He's such a passionate guy with a drive of, I don't know, there's no one like him in Australia, other than Jian, probably.
Dean is a million miles an hour. That's the best way I can describe him. You know, he incredibly passionate about what he does, incredibly professional in his approach to things. The hardest thing with him is to actually pin him down on things because his brain never stops.
I've got some pastiage should be dry.
Yeah, we put that because this can get heavy, you know.
Yeah.
It's only 4 months until the competition, and Andre is still struggling with his sugar showpiece.
It's a bit of an effort at the moment. Yeah, it's just a frustrating place to be right now. But look, that's part of the process.
It's been a bit of struggle. I guess Andre joined us consider only less than 2 months, and it's not so easy.
We just don't have it yet. We just don't have it, the idea of the piece where it should be. So I feel like I'm almost back at day one in some respects.
The chocolate work, we are quite comfortable. I think by another 3 months' time, and there will be an improvement again, and we will get there.
Doc Chuck, yep, I said to him this morning, I think he got the inspiration for the showpiece from his hair. So if you look at his hair, you can see that's the similarities with the firework. But Doc Chuck's doing good. He's got smiles, so he's all good.
Dean has had problems of his own, His demanding role has started to conflict with his family life.
With my own family, with Kylie broke her arm, which has been insane because that happened on New Year's Day at 1:30 a.m. Not only broken, but had to have surgery on her arm as well. It's been very complex. Trying to fit family, my family come first, but some people would probably question that, how I've been able to juggle those two things. So yeah, it's been a difficult week, but we're not giving in, we're going for gold, as they say. It's the Australian way, isn't it? Put sugar here, and then level it off. And put a level and then measure.
Anil Rahira, a renowned chef who helped Dean and Adriano Zumbo prepare for the Asian Cup in 2010, is back to train the team.
Anil knows the team. He's worked with Jan and myself before. He also is one of the very few people who can do sugar and chocolate, but also very strong with the tasting. So really he covers all our bases.
I think this time, with due respect to the previous team too, I think this time the preparation is far better, greater, more organized, especially because Dean brings us his experience from competing the last time, so you can see the difference.
Should I just pour hot sugar into that part? See if I can put that in that mold?
Yeah.
Anil is a veteran of the industry and he knows the challenges the team will face on competition day.
You see a lot of people before the competition, 2 months, 3 months out, they'll decide they don't want to do it because it's taxing, it's tedious, it's too much, or creativity becomes difficult under stressful conditions. And then as you get closer to the events, you'll see a lot more people drop out. And then the stress is actually when you're there. At the event too, you'll see people making silly mistakes or not being able to focus or wilting down and just breaking down and crying or sitting down and saying, I can't go through this, or just giving up.
As the weeks fly, the team learns new skills.
Drop it down lower, go further back, away from the surface, pull back on the trigger more. Pull back more. Good.
And goes through trials and tribulations.
That is very good. Make sure you have more chocolate.
There's breakages.
It's better for it to break now than when it is to break later on.
And the artistic showpieces start to evolve.
I'm a bit nervous. I haven't trained this weekend like I have in the past weekends, but I think we've done all the hard yards. And the showpiece is the thing, although the cake does have a significant score, the showpiece is the thing that takes all the time. So you've really got to think that through so that you can expedite that. And it doesn't matter how well it is or how good it tastes, you still got to do it on the day.
Actually, I'm quite relaxed now. I told Dean and Andre, Justin as well, it's, don't think too much now, really. It's not much we can do. Just get there on the day, put the best out. That's all we can do.
Judging a competition and you don't like strawberry, you cannot hammer the guy who do the strawberry cake just because you don't like strawberry. You are not there to judge I like strawberry, I don't like strawberry. You are there to judge if the guy has been professional in what we're doing. So even
after landing in Singapore, the participating teams are welcomed by the organisers and briefed about the competition.
You don't like strawberry, fine. But you cannot just kill the guy because you don't like strawberry, right?
The briefing is followed by the opening ceremony. The Asian Pastry Cup has officially started.
Put your hands together as we welcome out Australia.
Bravo à tous et à tous. Merci à la presse d'être présente.
Gabriel Paisson is a living pastry legend and the founder of the World Pastry Cup, and he's travelled especially from France for this occasion.
Et puis toutes les autres nations évoluent. Hein, donc,
L'Australie aussi.
Hein?
L'Australie aussi.
L'Australie aussi. Je pense qu'on va découvrir aujourd'hui l'évolution qu'il y a eu. Hein. Mais je crois que tous les pays, quand ils participent dans un lieu d'échange aussi bien convivial que technique, ça permet de faire évoluer le métier, quoi. Le but de la manœuvre, c'est de faire évoluer le métier. Ça fonctionne.
Meeting Gabriel Paisson, that was great. And we're all here because of him. So that this cup has really evolved because of what he established in Lyon.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
On their way back to the hotel, the team exchanged their first impressions.
They only had to watch us set up to know that we're serious.
We're organised.
Yeah, we are organised and we are serious. Yeah. The cake and the dessert is what will do it. You know, the showpieces contribute, but really the strong cake and the strong dessert.
As Gabriel Paisson said in the beginning, it's all about flavour.
It's all about flavour.
It's the first day of competition. The Australians get to watch the first round of teams compete, while Dean fulfills his obligations as a judge. All teams have 8 hours to make 16 plated desserts, 2 chocolate cakes or entremets, 1 chocolate showpiece, and 1 sugar showpiece. At the end, they must bring them carefully and display them artistically on the buffet table.
Let's give them a moment to put it down. You never know what could happen. Okay, there we go. Great job, Indonesia. Malaysia has a 2:45 cutoff point for them to bring out the sugar and chocolate showpiece. Round of applause. Good job! The showpiece from China is out. And Malaysia's adding a couple of little LED lights so that their sugar and chocolate showpieces come to life. Okay, good job, chefs.
Finally, Singapore, the host nation and Australia's main competition, bring out their showpiece.
A little bit of a duck underneath the curtain. Okay. Congratulations, good job, Team Singapore.
If we have a break for tomorrow, we release our stress for the whole past 3 months. Just release like a sweat, you see? All the stress come out. Everybody looks amazing and we got a very great show tomorrow.
Relax to change and use all the different flavors.
The first round of competition is over and the team has to hurry up to set up their kitchen so that everything is ready for the morning.
Look, like stone. He's ready. He's ready to rock and roll. The thing is, everybody will be watching the Australians tomorrow, I think. Like I did at Singapore today to try and find little mistakes. But if we're really clean, it'll work in our favour. I think organised, methodical, no mistakes, cake on time, dessert on time, and we've got a good chance. We've got a really good chance.
I think we are in a very good spots. Very, very good.
1 or 2, I reckon.
Yeah.
Singapore is still going to be tough to beat. I mean, what they did today, there's piece, the sugar piece was outstanding.
After a short night's sleep, the time has arrived for the Australian team to face the music.
Oh, really? Yeah, let's put it over. Yep, just pass it. Actually, I'll do it. You can put your molds in the freezer too. Justin.
Don't forget, we're going to start at 6:36 with New Zealand. If you have any problem, you call us as quick as you can. Okay? You can get into your booth, and we're starting in 1 minute.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah. Chef, morning.
Good luck, mate.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Go hard, yeah?
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
You look stressed.
Once I get going, I'll be alright.
Justin's wife Erin has come along to support the team.
Last night after we went back to hotel, he's alright, but preparation was a bit stressful. I just hope then they can do their best and that would be okay.
What should you think? Okay, guys. Okay, let's go. Good luck.
Hey, good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You know what to do. Okay.
And the team is now in for 8 hours of competition. There's no lunch break, no toilet breaks. You see, even a few minutes could make all the difference.
I'm a bit nervous. The cake's a little bit late and the blast freeze is a bit more powerful than we anticipated, and also the airflow in that kitchen with what Justin had been doing all his cocoa butter painting, and it's not crystallising, and that's a big concern. To be on the podium, there can't be any mistakes. Do you know what I mean? That's a process of getting everything right.
I can tell you that incident happened to the best team in the world. In 1991, France broke their showpieces. In 2003, Canada broke both showpieces. In 2009, Spain, who became the world champion in 2011, broke both showpieces, you know, and then 2 years later they were the world champion. So you see, it can happen to the best team in the world. Don't think you're good, you've been training for a long time, on D-Day you're just a competitor.
Yeah, I'm not feeling well. I will have to put my judge's hat on and do my job, which I'm here to do.
And welcome out Dean Gibson from Australia.
Which wasn't that one?
Theirs does fill up here rather quickly. Kids at play B. What you're looking at on the plate now. Chocolate and
With the clock ticking, the team starts to feel the pressure.
12:25, so you still have time.
that's portraying the Coupe, which is a
Hours pass like minutes for the contestants, and it's already time to send the desserts for judging.
Looks like they still have a few seconds on the clock. So where are our supporters for Team Australia? Make a little noise, please.
The team is about to send their dessert. It's a revisited version of one of Australia's favourite cakes, the raspberry lamington. It has lychee marshmallow, lychee parfait, coconut nougatine, and raspberry jelly.
Ooh, that's delightful. So we break open the marshmallow. Inside is beautiful coulis, that raspberry in there as well. Oh. Nice surprise, gorgeous presentation.
It's very nice. 20 minutes? About 20 minutes behind? It's the best dessert. We have to have but we have to finish. It's critical. And 2 finished pieces. And then we can relax.
It It's then time to send the team's chocolate cake, which includes chocolate mousse, a tangy calamansi sago jelly, chocolate sponge, and it's all on a crunchy macadamia praline base. Will the risk taken by the team to include sago be rewarded?
How are you feeling, Chef Dean? Are you worried? Is Yale correct?
Well, all the marks are for the tasting, so yeah, I'm a bit nervous, and I think it'll be nice. I hope you enjoy.
You know, I'm just thinking about this, Chef Yale. Have we ever seen anyone use the tapioca pearls here at the Asian Pastry Cup? So this is the first time.
Yeah, this is the first time.
It could be a big risk with a big reward.
The cake seems to please several people from the organising committee, but to get the points, the judges have to like it too, and in this competition, it's all about the flavour.
FHA. So here we are on day 2. And
we left it out a little bit too long, but apart from that, we survived it that round. Now I'm feeling a little bit better.
The team can now focus on finishing their showpieces. Even though they don't bring as many points as the cake and desserts, these gravity-defying pieces take the longest and the most skills to achieve. They're also extremely fragile, and one false move can spell disaster.
here comes one of the sugar showpieces. Here, a little bit of time. Okay, hands off. Congratulations, great job, chefs. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Team New Zealand. Sugar and chocolate showpieces.
And with their showpieces still not finished, the Australian team starts feeling the pressure.
Say that again?
The moisture, really bad. It's killing me actually.
As is so often the case in these competitions, not everything goes to plan. While the Sri Lankan team sets up their buffet, disaster strikes. And Justin breaks the main firework of his chocolate showpiece.
Justin, I'll clean.
Okay, in the back to see if they can make a passageway to their sugar.
Justin has only got minutes to recover from this crucial mistake.
Do the explosion, you have to have that explosion on there.
There's about 5 people that are directing them in the back.
Justin, just build that up. That flower in the middle, don't worry about the one on the top. So Andre's going to set up the buffet, so you just do the best you can do in that 20 minutes.
I'm noticing that Australia has started to make a move with the base of their sugar and chocolate showpieces here in the front. So they're
Still in with a chance. Keep on going.
You can see a few of the candy decoration. And here comes some more.
Good recovery.
So here we have, as you can see, the judges have their scoring sheet. The curtains are being held up.
Now it's time for Andre to carry his sugar showpiece to the display table.
Okay. Breathe. Looking good, Team Australia. Good job, chefs.
And with only seconds remaining on the clock, Justin prepares to carry his revamped showpiece.
So if you can get his dessert ready to go on, Andre, because they won't mark it if it doesn't have the dessert on it.
Until they get their chocolate showpiece.
Now, 2 years of hard training comes down to this moment.
Some time.
The team can now breathe.
On their plate, present onto their chocolate showpiece.
The Australian team's fate is sealed and there's nothing to do except wait for the awards ceremony.
Well done, mate.
However, Justin can't help but feel he's failed his mates.
Derrière tout texte. You said you look savage.
Well, you did a good job, wonderful job.
Huh?
Yeah, you did. We're very proud of you.
Why?
Oh, we're very proud of you.
You mean the showpiece? The showpiece on the table? You didn't break? No?
J'arrive à traduire.
The first team will stand next to Vincent, Bourdin, Terray and Gabriel. Then the second team, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Justin said, if we get to Lyon, do we start training tomorrow?
You can. I'm taking the day off, mate.
Put your hands together for Team Australia.
Finally, the Asian Pastry Cup champions are announced, with the top 3 qualifying for the Coupe du Monde in Lyon, France.
Bronze prize goes to Singapore.
Congratulations, Team Singapore! Ladies and gentlemen, for the silver.
Malaysia.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the gold prize, the first position goes to
Australia!
Australia, come on and take your position on the podium at number 1. Australia, bring home the gold.
That was awesome. It was a reward for a lot of hard work. I was very proud of, our 2 competitors, Justin and Andre. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, it was the best. I mean, we went there to win and we won. So we are the first, not only the first Australian team, but the first team in the history of the Asian Pastry Cup to beat Singapore. It shows you how sweet that was. I mean, it was a great experience to do that. Nobody expected Australia to come in and beat them.
The outcome was fantastic because I know I had problems with the cake and Justin had problems with the showpiece, so you never know until they announce it. The fact that we won first place overall, that was for me like a complete vindication of all our efforts and fulfilled all the commitment and time and money that people had invested in us, because there's a huge pressure to put on yourself when you do something like that, so very good.
Take a photo.
The team has realised their dream. They not only qualified to Coupe du Monde, but beat the strong Singaporean team on their own turf.
Everything's like a dream still for me. I never thought I can represent Australia to compete other top chef in the world, because they are the tops. So I'm just a person who likes to make pastry.
Even though the team can now relax, it won't be long before they'll have to resume training. The World Cup in France is only 8 months away, and they'll have to match standards that are much higher than those in Singapore.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Your recovery, mate, was spot on. In fact, I think it worked better for us in the fact that they don't really know how strong
Hello,
you are.
Andre.
Hey, Andre.
We just start.
Okay.
Sugar champion.
I think on the way home, I kind of thought, oh man, there's like 9 more months of this now at least. And I can see, like, I took my family on a holiday recently, and I could see the whole family's a little bit burnt out. It's a huge commitment. It's not just the individual, it's not just the team, it's everybody else in your life around you. And yeah, now we're going to a competition that's twice as big as the one we just came from. And the people are very serious over there. Very, very serious about it.
I think now, obviously in Lyon, it's a different game again because we have not only Andre doing the sugar, Justin doing the chocolate. Now we need a third person to do ice carving.
Barry Jones, who so far held the role of team trainer, has put up his hand for the hard task of ice carving, which he's never done before.
You know, welcome aboard officially. I was just really happy to.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Oh, he's got warm hands.
Yeah, no, he's you're happy. He's into it.
From now on, we got 8 months, which it's good. But saying that, 8 months goes very quick.
The team's back to work, but it's hard to get back into it.
Took me a long time to come back after the very intensive competition. I couldn't imagine we are already preparing for the World Cup. Yeah.
We've got some new ideas and we want to have a go with those. But what I'm very quickly learning is, because we're trying new shapes and new techniques with the sugar, and it's just like starting from the very beginning again.
We want something refreshing, something new, something out of left field. Same with the taste, we want something, a slightly newer taste and a newer showpiece, you know, something. And why do you go to Europe to buy your cars, your clothes, your everything? Because it's chic. And that's what they want with the showpiece.
It's huge expectations in France because everyone wants to see new things all the time. So it's pretty much trying to do something new, different, you know, and that's how you get good marks in the day. It's a bit daunting 8 months out and having not even touched a block of ice then going to the World Cup to do ice, but you know, I just do my best and that's all I can do really.
So an hour? Had to be in the afternoon. I'm going to go and get these ingredients. Lime and...
The team want only the best international trainers, and Julian Alvarez, who was in the Spanish team who won the Coupe du Monde in 2011, has flown all the way from Paris to train them.
We have the like that, but very, very thin.
He is wise beyond his years. For somebody who's only 28, he's very switched on. He's a teacher. He's not just a pastry chef. And a real professional. Like he knows not only the craft, but how to work with different personalities within the craft. In my opinion, he's the real deal.
The team decided to run a few flavour ideas past Julian.
We had an idea of the blackberry and the licorice. We tasted it.
I don't like blackberry.
You don't like blackberry?
Popcorn.
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 It's too crazy. Licorice?
What do you think about the licorice?
Finally, they suggest something that Julian is intrigued by.
We had thought, Julian, about there is another dessert that is very Australian, and it's called pavlova. And a pavlova is a meringue that's got a very crisp shell, very soft internal texture. But a pavlova is a very Australian.
Pavlova it's very good because you have very texture and cold, crunchy.
Yeah.
Ça va, Justin? C'est alright? C'est pas alright.
It's very quiet.
Oui, il est quiet. Voilà, pas de soucis. Alors, on était où?
It's now time to assess the showpieces.
Donc, moi, de ce que j'ai vu ce matin, il y a de très bonnes choses.
So from what you've seen this morning, it's a lot of good potential. There's a lot of good things. You got a really good beginning, and you should just improve those pieces and not start all fresh and learn something new. Like you have that knowledge already, like you build that knowledge and those techniques, and you should just improve them.
I agree. It's not. It's a beautiful piece. I love this. It's very beautiful, but it's not good enough for Coupe du Monde. His recommendations are that we continue working on that piece and getting it better
and better. Are you okay? You alright?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, for me,
what's your opinion? What you tell me what you say.
Just
Do you want me to ask him to turn the camera off?
the piece I'm doing now, the time is already very tight.
You're okay though. I get a feeling that you're upset. No? Or is your heart set on doing it? I agree. I think if we stick to this, I think we have to change it.
Too many people have seen this piece already, and I've been working on this piece for 1 year. I'm not sure if I can still improve a lot.
Sure. That'll be good. You'll be a better pastry chef for it.
Avec le soupe.
After the assessment, it's time to get to work on the new ideas.
Make biscuit jelly. Yep.
Not smooth, clean.
Ils sont pas prêts du tout là en ce moment. Donc il faut voir où ils en seront dans quelques semaines, mois, et mettre le doigt sur les points qui fâchent, on va dire, pour essayer justement d'y pallier, quoi.
Here, I want still you have the eyes, don't touch it here anymore. So you have more like that.
Jeroen Goossens, pastry chef for the royal family of Holland, is back to give Barry a few basics in ice carving. Barry wants to do a shark to represent Australia's aquatic life.
It's easier to do like that, eh?
Just find that.
Yeah, you do like this.
Yeah.
This is easier. This is easier.
Ice carving is not really what people imagine when they think of pastry, but a good pastry chef must have many different skills.
Yeah.
Sitting here right now, it's a huge amount of pieces to make one piece. You just got to get on with it, practice. That's all you can do. You can do your best. Practice hard. Every weekend, you find me in here. I think the tuile has got to be more sour, Justin. A lot more sour.
Yeah, it's the flavour. It's okay. The lychee and
yeah, lychee's strong. It's good.
Very strong. But I think we need something.
It's missing a crumble or it's missing something. That's going to give it some grit and some bite.
I tell you, on competition day, I'm going to be so happy.
40 by 80 by 70 it is.
From the experience of Singapore, I know pretty much we are where we need to be right now. And I know Justin's where he needs to be. He's got a few more things with the dessert. Barry is where he needs to be with the frozen entremet. I think he's all sweet with that, with the molds and everything and the flavors. And I know his big concern is just getting the ice right. He's working through it really hard. And also he's training in Australia in the bloody summer.
I mean, I'm no ice carver. I have one design which I'm doing as many times as I can. to get as good as I can. So I'm not an ice carver as such. Anyone thinking about doing it, just think twice.
I know physically and mentally I'm at my limits. Like I came in here yesterday, I was just so exhausted. I wouldn't say it's taken a huge toll on the family, but I haven't been around for the family, and that means Lisa's got to pick up a lot of the loose ends. We want to just do well. We just want to show what we're capable of. Top 7 is our other goal, and Jian said if we win, he's taking us to Mars. So don't ask me how I'll do that.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. That's all normal.
In the same state.
I think the dessert now it's good. The only issue now we have that's new ice cream cake seems to having a bit of problem. The glaze is not right. The cake base is not quite right either. In this, absolutely, I think it's a pectin base. Then you got the gelatin into it. That's where the problem.
It's June's recipe.
Yeah, but
exactly the same one.
In order to help solve the ice cream issues, they enlist John Crowell from Cow and Moon to help out.
The glaze definitely had a problem.
This is what happened last time. See? Yeah, it like literally collapsed.
Yeah. It's hard glazing sorbets.
Yeah, I know.
It's really hard.
All the experts came in and said, you have to serve the cake at -8. It has to be a big problem if you don't. So we have been, but the problem is it eats really well at -16, 17. It's still a whole cake.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean, John?
I know, but I still think it's too warm there. -12.
But all the fucking experts tell us -8, -8. I don't know what to fucking think. I know you're an expert.
Yeah.
Gelato.
Go with your gut feeling.
On the brighter side, the decision to use pavlova is working out.
Pavlova's beautiful.
I'll show you. Pavlova, definitely it's that was a good choice to have.
Is that enough vanilla ice cream in there for you? I think for the show pieces, we're all good. You know, like the chocolate piece, it's good. Sugar piece is good. Ice piece, Barry's going to be doing more training in France, but it's really the degustation now that we have to fix those small things. You know, it is all about taste, and we know that's where we can be lethal when it comes to the tasting component, and we can be as competitive as France and Belgium and Italy. However, after the 3 time trials, well, we've still got a bit of work to do.
Me too. Gotta make it work. Gotta make it work. Huh?
It's the last time the team is able to practice in real time before they leave. They simply have to get it right. Barry has to complete his ice carving before he can join the others in the kitchen.
Yes, much better today. The only thing is the base. I think the base needs some work. I think maybe the nuts all need to be more finer and more even across the whole base. Just sort of maybe fine tuning.
After finishing his ice sculpture, Barry can help Justin with the plated dessert.
Yeah, that's it. What's your right side?
On that, I don't think we can improve on that. It's pretty perfect. The ice piece, I think we've got 2 days with Urim in Lyon. I think there'll be a massive improvement for Barry, and I think he'll be more motivated.
I think pretty good. Overall, I think excellent. If we can pull up like that in France, I think I'm pretty happy.
But we could continually do that for another year, you know, so enough's enough, no more.
Less than 10 days until departure, and it's time for the team to pack their 750 kilos of equipment to ship to France.
Can we have a meeting before they go? Then just discuss anything else we need. We cannot let the ice cream melt running.
I'm only coming in for now because I promised my family off next weekend. So I'll tell you that now. I'll be in for 1 hour only to weigh up, and I'm going. There's no way I'm not, because I promised them. So I honestly believe, Jan, that you're overthinking it because
the thing is, out of all these trials, there was only one really perfect. Another thing, how are you going to cut the lemon and the size? So you can't just rely on your eye to get the size.
We had a pretty intense meeting. The hardest thing for me has been dealing with people. It's not so much the sugar or the chocolate or the ice, it's just really trying to keep a group of people functioning, and yeah, it's been a challenge. It's a big machine. I think that possibly we just built it too big. Basically what I thought is I don't care what gets thrown at me now, I'm going to complete this mission. It's like, I just want to finish it, because we're so close. Well, we've got 10 days or something, 11 days. You know, for myself, I know when we get to France, this is going to be super exciting. It'll be like, I know when I'm on that plane coming back from D'Amica, we'll forget all the, the hard stuff.
The time has arrived and the team is now in France, in a little village called Issingeaux, an hour's drive from Lyon. It's the heart of winter here, and the team members have to adapt to these new conditions before the competition, which is only a few days away. They're staying at the ENSP, a renowned pastry school founded by chef legends Alain Ducasse and Yves Touriez, and where chefs from all over the world come to perfect their skills. The boys arrived the day before, and they're still exhausted from the 30-hour trip, but they're not here to rest.
You alright? Just keep moving for another 20 minutes and then we'll... Sorry.
No, I need to get this trolley done, and then I'm in pretty good shape for tomorrow. Justin doesn't even remember them, like, just sleep the whole time. Me and Aaron snoring up the front.
So the cake is made up of jelly, yes, me, mousse, me, spongy, pavlova, ice cream, me, pavlova, you, curd, you, ball, you, yes, and the fruit.
Are you going to use?
Easy.
I think it looks a bit worried more than anything. One thing I will tell you, Jesse, you'll be the last person you needed to worry.
The team finally wakes up the day after, refreshed and ready to start training.
You only have to train hard, then you win easy.
You always have these good philosophical snippets.
Don't say anything.
No.
The team that wins in Lyon does not win in Lyon, they win in their own country first.
Yeah, I said to do that.
It's come to drive me crazy.
I know there's only 2 more to go after this. And I will never fucking do ice carve again.
No?
You know what? That's your best one. Pretty massive effort when you think of it. Barry, in 4 months, man.
Oh, no, it's you can't believe it. Oh, it's French guy.
Nobody's going to believe it, mate.
The Australian team soon piqued the interest of the local French press. And even get a special visit from World Pastry Cup founder Gabriel Paisson, who drove especially from Lyon to visit them.
Alors, la nouvelle présentation du buffet. The new presentation of the buffet. Yeah, it's different to Singapore. No fish, tell him. Because you look at the fish tank.
Ah, yeah, but wasn't.
Ok, bon allez, on vous laisse.
Thank you so much.
Merci.
Allez, bon courage.
Merci.
The time has come for the Australian team to leave the comfort of the castle, pack the van, and head to Lyon. Although they're on a tight schedule, they do manage a stop on the way at a famous patisserie run by a previous world champion.
Barry's the only one that hasn't been seasoned yet. You know what I mean? It's not something that you got to experience it.
Merci. What's if it's not selling?
He's going to be like the Rock when he gets in there. He is.
There's no turning back now, mate. No turning back. This is it.
Arriving at Syrah, the team quickly see familiar faces.
You good?
Yeah, very good, very good.
I heard that you are set and more than set.
We're double set.
Yes.
Yeah, we're ready.
Fantastic.
Hey!
Looking very stylish as per normal.
Hey! Good to see you.
Okay, so once you have your jackets, we are going to go on the VIP village to have a picture taken of each of the team.
Gibson! Yeah! Si, s'appelle Gibson.
It's the first day of competition. Even though the team's not competing today, they are attending to see the other competitors. The other teams have been working for several hours, and a few countries are already standing out from the pack. With day one of the competition over, the team has to hurry and set up their kitchen for the morning.
Showpiece for the stands. Talking's over, mate. Talking is over, dude. Now it's time to fucking talk the talk, mate, and walk the walk for tomorrow. What will be, will be. Peace out.
It's 5:30 a.m. on D-Day, and the time has come for the team to compete at the Coupe du Monde.
No regrets. That's what I want. No regrets.
All the booths, equipment and ingredients are rigorously inspected by members of the committee. A lot of them are sporting the blue, white, red collar, a sign that they are MOFs, or Best Craftsmen of France.
Passage?
For chocolat.
Ah, chocolate.
Paper.
Okay.
Bon, c'est bon courage, bonne journée.
Merci.
Bon courage, bon travail.
Merci.
On la connaît pas trop, hein. On connaît plus le rugby australien que la pâtisserie australienne, mais bon, je pense que on va voir, on les connaît pas. Hein.
Vous allez commencer le concours, vous approchez les box.
Tu tout connais en fait.
It's 6:30 a.m. and the competition officially starts.
Bonne chance.
Barry, you want to shave the bottom of it and tell them which side you want to. Yeah, probably the left side. This side is better. Yeah. This one. But you want to shave it a bit. Shave it a bit.
Je fais partie du comité Coupe du Monde. J'ai gagné la Coupe du Monde en 2005. On m'a dit que les Australiens étaient prêts et qu'ils avaient fait du bon boulot, le bon travail en préparation. Et voilà, c'est pour ça que j'attends de voir. Et pour moi, c'est super hein, que des pays qui ont des réputations un peu de pâtisserie où c'est pas très, on va dire pas très développé, où ils n'ont pas une culture de pâtisserie, arriver à un concours où on peut sortir des choses intéressantes avec une autre vision.
China has an excellent reputation in ice carving, and Barry's neighbour threatens to be a formidable opponent.
I think this is genius. What? The styrofoam piece underneath is smart as heck. I already have a picture.
It's crunch time for Barry, but Jerome is never too far away, advising him as much as possible.
What? I should have never told Jen about you. Because now we are going to pay the price, you know. I'm not too happy about this.
9 o'clock arrives and the public is let in the competition area.
It's 9:30, Barry.
ticking, Barry must take his ice piece to the freezer and assemble it. After completing the ice piece, Barry rushes back to help with the plated dessert.
Et voici l'épreuve du dessert glacé.
Yeah, the ice piece good. Yeah. I think at least better than what I expected your ranking would be.
Andre and Justin are ready to send their Great Barrier Crunch to the judges. It's a chocolate cake with chocolate mousse and ganache, macadamia praline base, raspberry jelly and citrus cremant. It's then time for the Australian team to send their frozen dessert, the one they had the most problems with, the lifesaver. It's a passion fruit and apricot sorbet with vanilla gelato, rhubarb sorbet, Italian meringue, ginger semifreddo, strawberry and rhubarb coulis. And finally, there's only one dish left to send to the judges before Andre and Justin can fully concentrate on their showpieces. Passion fruit and vanilla pavlova with frozen lychee yogurt and exotic fruits.
More raspberry.
And with only 1 hour remaining, the boys have to finish their showpieces.
So hey, teams, you still have some time. Let's see what we can salvage here. Everyone.
The much fancied Belgian team gets into trouble, while the rest of the countries bring out their final showpieces.
As well, and a Swiss meringue with fruits, and then frozen.
And with only minutes to spare, Andre brings out his sugar showpiece.
Okay, now that's the moment. Okay, Honest opinion, what do you think?
It's fantastic. Yeah. It is fantastic. It's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning.
Finally, Justin brings out his chocolate showpiece.
Dave.
Remember that today we're also having.
Don't forget the cake and dessert. Okay, good. Good. One job doesn't really matter. Dean, I'll take a photo. I'll take a photo of all of you. Congratulations. Well done, man.
Well done. We made it.
We made it.
Alors cette pièce, c'est la pièce des Australiens. Donc eux, l'Australie, plein milieu d'océan, ils sont en plein dans leur thème. Et ce qui est merveilleux, le bleu en plus, c'est une couleur très difficile à travailler au niveau du sucre techniquement. Le bleu en cuisson, un très bon travail, très bon travail technique et artistique.
As expected, the French team put up a show-stopping showpiece representing the 24 hours of Le Mans car race, confirming their status of high contenders for first place.
Really, I think France will win again. That's whether you like or not. You know, they planned very well. Being hometown, it's now the other country can match that convenient.
The time has finally come for the announcement of the results.
Please welcome Australia. Every citizen, Justin Yu, Barry Jones, President Dean Gibson.
At the beginning, I knew it would be hard, but I didn't know it's this hard. I think it's more than 40 per week that we put into this training. I mean, this is once a lifetime you have to do, so I think it's okay for me.
The outcome, really, everyone's talking about top 10, top 7, top 5. You know, I just want to be able to give them a high five at the end and say, you did your best job, and that's great, end of story. And that's it for me. Just to say, you tried your hardest, you've done your best.
It's been a great journey. It's been a really, really good journey. It hasn't been a sacrifice, it's just been really stressful. Because you do get tired. It's good. I don't see it as a sacrifice, but I do know there is a time frame that I've got to put a stop to it. So, yeah.
L'enveloppe contenant le nom de la médaille de bronze. L'Italie. Le nom de l'équipe gagnante de cette médaille d'argent. Le Japon.
Alors je pense que c'est un pays qu'on connaît bien pour sa qualité gastronomique.
La France.
And with that, France wins again.
It's another level.
The team is exhausted, but they can now relax a little at the gala dinner. They learned that they placed 7th, which was their goal, even if they would have preferred something a little higher.
After being there today, we were good enough to be 5th. To be 5th. We were good enough.
We were so close to being 6th and 5th and 6th are so close to us.
I just came into the competition with this little novel idea of competing and just seeing where it would take us. So no, it's good. And then we got top 7, which is also what we wanted. So and now I really appreciate what that means. Really fully appreciate it and how hard it is to get into that top echelon. So no, very happy.
Yeah, what am I going to do with myself? Certainly sleep is high in the agenda. Yeah, look, mission accomplished, definitely. I mean, the mission was always to come 7th. That was the best we could do. We couldn't have changed anything. Everything that went wrong, we were able to rectify. And yeah, I'm really proud of what we've achieved. Compete against the world. And yeah, I thought we gave it a really red hot go.